Hi, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our ongoing public speaking workshop. Today, I'd like to talk about how to keep your audience engaged at all times. So, my first question to you is, what do you believe is one of the most important aspects of public speaking? And no matter what you're thinking, you're correct. It's your content, your ability to memorize every word, your confidence of stage. Of course, all of these are points that we want to keep in mind when you're mastering the art of public speaking. But one of the most important aspects is actually storytelling. The majority of speakers out there in the world today seem to believe that the most effective way to deliver a great speech is to cram as much information and as many facts as possible that you can get in while you're on the stage. The theory behind this method is that the speaker wants to prove to the audience how much they know about any given theme that you hired them for. But there's a problem with this approach. Hmm. Being simply not weird, because people in the audience are not going to absorb every fact, every data that you're presenting to that group. It's really boring if you do it that way. Take a minute and think back to the days when you were in high school, college, university. Now think about all of the teachers you had who were pure lecturers. These teachers just stood in front of the classroom and split straight facts with you, spit them out one by one. How much of those lessons did you actually remember? Our guess is very few of them, unless they were incredibly important. Realistically, there's a strong chance that most of that information went nowhere. Now, still reflecting on your school years, think about the one particular teacher whose lessons on that day you can still remember. If not all of it, you remember part of it. We're willing to bet that this teacher was a storyteller. A storyteller teacher just doesn't deliver the facts on everything in all the chapters. They tell you why the information is important by attaching a story to it. Years later, you still remember that because of a story intertwined with it. A storytelling teacher just doesn't deliver facts on top of facts. They tell you the information is important by attaching a story to it. So long before television and radio and the internet, books, even writing language, humans primarily communicated with each other through stories. This was a time when the only entertainment of the evening was sitting around the fire and telling each other stories about the events of the day or tales from the past. Sometimes people would even just look up at the stars and watch them move around the sky while making up stories about them. These were the primary forms of entertainment, but at the same time, these were also the primary forms of passing information from one person, another person, generation to generation. So, once again, don't focus on every word, focus in on how you can tie it into a story. You do that, and you'll be ahead of the game. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our ongoing series of public speaking. And as always in parting, you go out, you make it a champion day.